Hi guys, Mr. Lucas here with a tutorial on how to use EdPuzzle. I know some of you are familiar with it, but if you're not, let's go ahead and dive in and see what it's like. Now, when I assign an EdPuzzle, the link to the EdPuzzle will be on Google Classroom. But for the sake of this video, I'm just starting out on EdPuzzle's homepage. Simply Google search EdPuzzle. It's spelled E-D-P-U-Z-Z-L-E. And this is what the homepage should look like. So I can go to log in. All right, and the first thing it's going to do, it's going to ask me if I'm a teacher or if I'm a student. Obviously, you guys are going to choose I'm a student. For the sake of this video, just to show you how to log in, I'll click I'm a teacher so I can get into my account. When you click I'm a student, it'll look the same as this. Instead of sitting here and typing out your big, long CTEC email address and trying to remember your password, here's the simplest, easiest, and most efficient way to do it. Simply go down to Sign In with Google. Click that. And then make sure you choose your CTEC Google account. All right, don't choose your personal one, choose your CTEC Google account. All right, and then it will automatically upload your assignments, all right, and everything that you have that was assigned to you via Google Classroom, all right, because Google Classroom and EdPuzzle are kind of connected with each other there. Okay, so I'm going to choose one here from just a video that I did last summer on Vladimir Putin. To kind of show you what it's like from the student view, okay? So this is kind of what your screen will look like. The video will show up here. You can do full screen if you want. I typically don't recommend doing full screen because it limits your access a little bit to some of the features on there, but more power to you, okay? So first thing you want to do is click play and the video should start.
Vladimir Putin has been ruling Russia since 1999.
All right, and then
in that time, he shaped the country into an authoritarian and militaristic society.
And then I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of time, just jump ahead to the first question here. So the video will play, and then where you see those little teardrops at the bottom, once it gets to that, it'll stop. There'll be a question over here on the right. It'll say, you know, something that's a multiple choice question. It might be an open-ended question, short response. If there's ever one where you have to check multiple boxes, I'll let you know. I'll say check all that apply. If not, then I'll simply, you know, just leave the question the way it is. So you have three options once you get to the question. If you get to this question, you're like, what the heck is this asking? Or maybe you zoned out during the video. Perfectly fine, it happens. Just click rewatch.
15 countries, including the new Russian Federation. In Putin's eyes, Russia had just...
Then when you get back to the question, hopefully you paid attention and you'll see the answer there. Most of the time, I'd say 9 times out of 10, the question I ask you is revealed, the answer is revealed right there in the video, like right before the question is asked. That's most of the time, not all the time, but I try to make it as simple as possible to make sure you're paying attention to it. All right, that's why I do these. You won't have the option to skip on yours just because, you know, obviously I don't want you skipping questions and not answering some of them. All right, once you feel like you have an answer, click submit. Make sure this is the answer you want before you click submit. If you say, yo, Mr. Lucas, I didn't mean to hit that one. Well, too bad. All right, you click submit, it's done. So I got this one right. It'll pop up green and you'll see the little arrow there. We'll click continue. All right,
new government in order to
the next question. All right, let's see. We'll do 2 here. Click submit. Okay, if I get it wrong, it turns red here. It shows me the correct answer, then it shows me what I did there. All right,
in order to stay in power, he...
Couple other things to mention about EdPuzzle. If you lose your headphones, first of all, do your best not to lose those because those are really important, especially with, you know, online learning. But if you lose your headphones and you're sitting in academic support and you want to do your EdPuzzle, there's still a way you can do it. You've got a couple options. You can click closed captioning down here, the CC. All right, you can choose English. All right, or you can choose another language if you want. And then you should be able to see I'll go ahead and mute the video here. You should be able to see the closed captioning as you're going through the video. So you may want to pause it and read what it's saying before you get to the questions and stuff. The other option you have is to simply click the YouTube logo down there, and then it will pull it out and it will bring
graph shows how inequality
up on YouTube if it's a YouTube video. Most of them will be. All right, so that's kind of the simple version of how you use EdPuzzle. If you have any questions or you get caught up with something, feel free to email me. Ask your academic support teacher for help. Most of them should be familiar with EdPuzzle. If it's something really weird, you can try to use a Google Meet session with me and show me your screen. We can try to figure it out as well. One last thing to mention with this. The cool thing is you don't need to click submit on the EdPuzzle. It saves automatically as you're going through, which is really cool. So actually on my teacher screen, as you guys are answering the questions, I can see what questions you've answered, what you got right and wrong. I can see if you've gone back and rewatched sections. So it's pretty easy to tell if you're just blowing through it and clicking random things. And I can see that all live time. So if you're in an academic support and you only get halfway through a video and you got to move or the day is over, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I got to rush this. No, it saves automatically. So you can just open your computer up the next day, log back into EdPuzzle, and just go ahead to that question that you were at. It saves as soon as you click submit on a question. And then once the video is over, once you got that last question done, you're done, you're good, you're set to go. Just make sure you go back in Google Classroom and click submit in Google Classroom so that I know you're finished and I can go ahead and upload that grade for you. All right, there you go. That's EdPuzzle.